RuneScape is a game where there are many sources of items. From bossing, to skilling, to minigames, but nothing is more exciting than opening a treasure chest. From endgame chests everybody dreams of, to forgotten chests that nobody knows, chests exist all throughout RuneScape. In this series, I aim to answer one simple question. Can you complete every raid in RuneScape with your only source of items being from chests? I've been playing old school RuneScape for almost 1,000 hours while locking my account to only being able to loot chests, all building up to my ultimate goal, completing all 3 raids. To do this, I need to unlock a huge stepping stone, the absolute best chest for my account, the Perilous Moons chest. This chest gives me my best defensive armor in the entire game so I can finally take on raids. But we've got just one problem. The quest requires 20 fishing and 20 hunter, 2 skills that even after 1,000 hours are currently locked for us. As we've now got clockwork, hunter is on the table with birdhouses, so let's get training and get the requirements for the best chest in RuneScape. Yes, we've got some beautiful clockwork on our inventory, and if we look in the bank, we already have some logs to actually set this off. We got some seeds from the stone chest, so let's go and build our first birdhouses. We should just be able to chisel these bad boys. There we go, birdhouse completed. To set up a birdhouse, we just shove it on the stand and stick some seeds in. There are 4 of them, one here, here's number 3, and number 4. What the hell? Why have I never realized this bird's sticking its arse out at me? Is this only on normal ones? It's like it's trying to serve me a hot dog. Oh yeah, I've been streaming all my progress over on kick.com/Tellacon. You should come hang out. Anyways, these take about 50 minutes until we can loot them. And remember, we are doing this to train our hunter to unlock their Perilous Moons. The quest also requires 20 fishing and 20 runecrafting. And while we can't do the fishing just yet, we can go and work on runecrafting, so let's go do that. We are currently a grand total of level 1. Now, you might be wondering, how the hell do you train runecrafting on a chest locked account? Well, the Dorgish Khan chest gave us all of these talismans. We have a lot of them, Jesus Christ. And the Laren's chest gave us a bunch of Pure S, so we are set. At level 1, we can only use the air altar, so if we teleport to our house, smash ourselves out of the portal, and just run a little bit up here. The altar's right there, and then we can just like bank at Kami. This should be absolutely fine. Yoink! And there's level 2. This is gonna be the longest level 20 in the world. La 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 level 8. And after an hour, there is the first Perilous Moons requirement. Let's go check on our birdhouses. Before we do that though, let's talk about today's video sponsor, boot.dev. Boot.dev is a learning tool to help you master backend development from start to finish using the Python and Go programming languages. With a live compilation tool and a hands-on approach, this is an incredible way to start learning programming. If you get stuck, Boots, the cute AI bear wizard, will help you through your thought process, helping you get to a solution without giving you the answer. The content is easily digestible as the website fully gamifies the experience, creating an environment that not only motivates you with the rewards and quests, but also reduces the boredom of traditional e-learning and makes learning genuinely enjoyable. Being a software developer myself, I can genuinely advocate that this website helps make learning more efficient by simply making it fun. Besides, the developers are gamers too, meaning a lot of the learning will be very familiar. In fact, based on this best sword question, they probably have a love for our favorite game too. I genuinely do wish I had something like this when I was first starting, so if you want to gamify your learning experience, earn achievements as you learn, and claim rewards for succeeding, click the link in my description box and use the code Tellacon for 25% off your first payment. And yep, that even includes the yearly plan. Thanks to boot.dev for sponsoring today's video. Now, when we empty these, as you'll see, we'll get a nest, feathers, and potentially some seeds. That is finally awesome. We can train hunter. That is 10. But anyway, we are looking for an acorn. Now, that might sound weird, but when we unlock farming, we really need an acorn, because that way we can actually train woodcutting. Because if we plant our own tree, we're allowed to cut it. because everything's been grown from a chest. I don't know how rare they are, but I hope by the time we hit 20 hunter, we hit one. Are we going to have to do more of these? Wait, it only uses 5 wild blood seeds? That is really obscure. Every other seed uses 10 apart from the high level ones, but these only use 5. So hey, lucky me, I guess. These levels absolutely flying. 9 to 14 huntering 4 birdhouses. We can now do oak. I do not have any oak logs, so I might have to go and get some of those, because we might need to with the seeds. Oh, we got a ring nest. Emerald. Boo. And that's 17. I think we just need 5 more birdhouses. So after this next lot, we're going to have to just stick one more up, and then we are 20. And while we're nearly at 20 hunter, let's start talking about the final hurdle, which is fishing. I've been trying to hit 5 fishing for a long time by using the lamps that we can get from the Leo random events. We can't do dunces, genies, or any other lamp randoms because they're not associated with chests. But because we do consider coffins chests on this account, and the Leo random uses coffins, we are allowed to use the lamps from here. The goal is to unlock fishing. We don't get a repeatable training method until sardines, which are at level 5, and we'll be using the fishing rod and fishing bait from Camdozel lockboxes. And even though I've played this account for a long time, I am still 2 Leos away from getting 5 fishing. Or am I? There may be one other option. Because I'm allowed to complete quests that unlock repeatable chests in the future, there may be a way out. But there's only one quest that we have the stats for, unlocks a repeatable chest, and gives us fishing experience. And that is the Recipe for Disaster Pirates Peak quest. On paper, this is completable right now, as the only requirement is level 31 cooking. However, I've not been able to complete this quest due to one huge hurdle: a raw cod. If a quest unlocks a chest, I'm allowed to obtain the quest items from anywhere. This is to ensure that our account isn't locked out of some really cool chests, such as the Gauntlet chest. I mean, think about it. We can't get most quest items because chests are limited. Even things as simple as the cabbage for Song of the Elves, I can't get. And a chest locked account without cool chests isn't really a true chest locked account at all. However, a raw cod is surprisingly hard to obtain. I can't fish one because it requires 23 fishing. There are no floor spawns, and all of the shops that sell them and have them in stock require quests that we're not allowed to complete to access, or they require Zaya favor. So, for the lifespan of my account, I have never been able to obtain one for this quest, and it's been sitting under my nose for a long time. However, a couple of months ago, completely unbeknownst to me, Jagex made a change to Zaya. They completely removed favor, meaning I now have full access to the shop, so now it is time to catch up with the updates and finally unlock fishing. Theoretically, this should have raw cod in stock that we can buy now. And it does, look at this. Obviously, we can only buy the one for the quest, but now this is actually possible and we can finally unlock fishing. Man, I hate having this fishbowl helmet and diving apparatus right now. Our only agility training method is underwater agility, and these 2 items make it much easier. But we have to drop them after the quest, so that's a pain in the arse. And there's a collection log slot that we cannot pick up. And because of Jagex's beautiful changes, we have now completed this section of Recipe for Disaster, as long as we don't eat the fish cake. Boom! And there's 10 fishing courtesy of Jagex. We can now use our fishing rod to catch sardine and finally train it for Perilous Moons. And with a new Recipe for Disaster quest, obviously we get some new items, which means we've now got a mithril glove upgrade. I feel like a pure. And this should be the second to last birdhouse. We need one more for 20 hunter, and we've got it set up down in the swamp. So we're an hour away from the hunter. So let's go and get the fishing and prepare for this quest. Okay, so with the fishing rod and bait from Camdozel, now we have 5 fishing. Well, we've got 10, but now we've got above 5. We finally have an actual training method, but we don't have much bait. And there's the first actual fishing level of many. Oh, and we even get to bank the fish because the rod and bait both came from a chest. Beautiful. And there's the big 2-0. We are 2 stats towards Perilous Moons. We just got to wait on this birdhouse, so until it's done, I'll fish a little bit more because we need 35 anyway. Here is the final birdhouse. 20 hunter achieved. If we take a look at the beautiful little Perilous Moons log, we can now do everything. First, Children of the Sun. Oh my god, it's the Children of the Sun. Hey look, it's the Children of the Dun. So I started the Twilight's Promise, killed a knight, opened a chest, fed a pretty bird, destroyed a cult, and completed the Twilight's Promise. And now we can finally take on the Perilous Moons. Ooh, I'm excited. We've still got a little bit of the quest to do before we can take it on, but we're here, look. We are here. Okay, before we take on the Perilous Moons, it's worth talking a little bit about how raids and dungeons work on this account. As you'll know, some raids and dungeons have supplies that can only be used in those places. As long as I'm going for a chest completion, I'm allowed to use food and potions that are untradeable and only usable within these places. So in Perilous Moons, I can use the fish and I can use the potions in here to actually help me unlock the chest, because they're not available anywhere else in the game and their only use is this dungeon. Because of this though, we do have one little problem. The moonlight potions that you can make in here actually work as combat boosting potions and prayer potions, but we can't actually make them to level 38 herb lore. So I'm gonna have to leave for now and hopefully be able to get up to level 38 before I actually attempt this. Well, we have some herbs in the bank, but I'm not even sure what we can use. We can't get Eye of Newts without the gauntlet, and a lot of these are the ones we can't even get the secondaries for. I actually don't think we can make anything. We have red spider eggs for Harrowlanders, but we don't have any, and we have ashes for Taramins, but we also don't have any. Well, we've got no other option. Time to go to my old favorite place, the beautiful anti-poison chest. We're gonna be bringing back a banging training method. We're gonna be using these anti-poisons on green Broodoo victims in the Tybo One-Eye cleanup minigame. The Tybo One-Eye cleanup minigame is most well known for people wanting a gout tuber for the Karamja Diary. To obtain one, people cut the jungle and spawn events. On the most loved end, one of these events is a gout tuber, but on the most hated end, one of these events is spawning a Broodoo victim. There are 3 types of Broodoo victims: white, yellow, and green. We only care about the green ones because you can use anti-poison potions to damage them and receive herb lore experience in return. As we're not allowed to cut the jungle ourselves, we can't spawn Broodoo victims. However, as they're the most hated event, people normally run from them, as killing them normally without anti-poisons can be pretty time consuming. This means we can hop through worlds and just hope people are spawning Broodoo victims. And it's dead. Ta-da! There's one. We don't even get a full level from one anymore, so this is going to take a long time. Best herb lore training in the world, level 25. Oh my god, another one! Dude! There's 2! These worlds are perfect right now. It's like it wants me to get to moons. Yeah, I don't think we have enough anti-poisons for this. Why do these look so close to the green ones? I hate you, Jagex. Whoever did this needs to stop. We've hit the Power Rangers. Look at this. We've got one of each. That's really weird. It's so weird when they're all on like one stack. Turns out green isn't always on top. They can be hidden. 30 herb lore. That went pretty quick. We can now clean Toadflex, and I think we might have some of those. 8 more levels to go. Some of these are sneaky bastards, aren't there? 5 levels to go. At the very least, I should be able to clean some herbs just to get some extra experience. I may as well get this done. And with this hidden Broodoo victim, there is 38 herb lore. We can now make them moonlight potions. Let's get back to the moons. Okay, so we are in the dungeon, and you might notice this crate here, which, as we know, is not a chest. But because we can use supplies within a raid or a dungeon to actually get stuff done, we can take these and make sure that we can grab some pots and food, and then we have to drop them when we leave the dungeon. To get fish, we can simply fish at this fishing spot and we'll get some in our inventory. We can follow them around and like click the right one to make sure that we catch more fish. But honestly, I'm quite happy just sitting and AFKing for a minute. And there are the potions. I made a few of them because they are very, very useful. If we drink one right now, it gives us a combat boost and it restores our prayer, so this should come in handy. Now we have to take on the Perilous Moons. These guys are an interesting bunch. There are 3 of them, and much like barrows, all of the moons have their own armor sets, which will be very important for us to use in the future as it's our best offensive gear in I think every style. I don't really know anything about these bosses or their mechanics outside of that, so let's just go for it. Whoa, what the hell? Ow. Ow. I think I need to stay behind this. Jesus Christ. I am bad at this. Holy crap, it's Naruto's shadow shadow clone jutsu. The spear hits so fast here. What the hell? I wonder if like if you use like a god sword, would that do this as well? Would that be good here? Yes. Holy crap, that was close. I could see my death. On to the next one. Do they all have a knockback mechanic? Wait, what's this? The hell? If I just stand here, they can't hit me, right? Oh, no, the boss heals. I need to do something. People are lighting the braziers. Do I need a tinderbox? Why do all of these bosses hit so much? Wait, where's my weapon gone? Okay, it's come back. Jesus Christ, that panicked me. I am so confused. I've just hit a 27 on the boss, and I can't hit 27s with a Gutham Spear. I didn't even hit, like, even a 20 on the Eclipse Moon. I do not understand. Well, it's dead. The last one is apparently blood, and someone told me I'm gonna need higher healing food than 10, because this one's probably gonna give me some trouble. So I'm gonna run out, get some sharks, and we should probably be fine. Ow. Ow. Okay, just copy everyone else. Walk back. Boom. Walk back. Boom. Okay, we got this. Okay, this one's just dodge stuff. This one's fine. Okay. I think I've got the timing on this now, so that's nice. And every time that I hit the Jaguar, it actually heals me. So this might like help me with the food use. I have had this under 100 health for like 5 minutes, and it just keeps healing and healing. I have no idea why it heals so much, but when it hits even a 1 on its 3rd hit, it heals like 30, which is freaking insane. Why is it like this? Jesus Christ. Can I just kill it, please? Hey, thank God, man. That boss is so annoying. I'm genuinely like not sure if a Gutham Spear is gonna cut it here at all. And there's the quest completed. Look at the experience gains. 40,000 Slayer is wild. The good thing about doing the quest is that it counts as my first run. So we have a chest to loot. Boom. Oh, that's a shame. Honestly, though, the loot here is awesome. We've got soft clay for construction, Harrowlander for herblore, and these darts we need to stack up for raiding, so I'm happy with this. Before I grind this place for good, I have one glaring issue, which, as you've guessed, is probably food. Even with the sharks for the Blood Moon, we barely had the DPS to do it, and we can't rely on sharks because I got them all from the old rogues chest, so we can't even get them anymore. Luckily, the cooked bream in here can be improved. The bream heal the player for 1/3 of their fishing level or half of their cooking level, whichever is lower. As our fishing's 33 and our cooking currently is 65, our heals are only 11, which is not gonna cut it. So I guess it's time to go and train some fishing. Because we need to get as high fishing as possible, I am gonna just use all this bait first, because we've got it, we may as well use it, we're not gonna get another chance. And the highest things we can fish are currently pike with them. So let's go and fish 1,000 pike. I don't want to keep any of these pike for food, but because we're using the bait resource and can keep them, I may as well cook them to get the experience as well. And that way we should get closer for recipe for disaster when we can finally do the monkey one. And there's the Temperos level. Now you might be thinking, hey Teller, Temperos isn't a chest. Well, Temperos is very interesting because it drops a chest called a casket. But it's not the casket that rock crabs drop. No. This is a unique chest gotten only from the Temperos rewards pool over here. So we are actually allowed to do Temperos just for this unique chest, and it drops some crazy things. I am going to be running the solo method for most of these because there's no reason not to. So we're going to catch some fish, cook them before the double fishing spot appears, smash the double fishing spot until we've got 17 fish, cook the rest of the fish, fire all 17 at the monster, and this way it keeps it under 10% energy, which means it can no longer use any of its special attacks, which includes the wave and the fires. Now we've just got to fish as many fish as we can before the intensity hits 100% and make sure to fire into Temperos to get him down. Ideally, we want to get 19 fish because this way we'll knock him straight down to 4% energy in his next phase. And now that he's down, we've got to go and damage the pool as much as we can. We've left with a little bit of time so we can cook enough fish to knock it straight back down to 4%. This way we should avoid fire for the rest of the entire fight. And now, it should just be incredibly chill. We have a load of time to get another 19 fish and do the exact same thing. We have one more phase after this, so we dunk all 19 in, go damage the pool, repeat one more time with as many fish as we can, and then we are done and can kill it. That should get us as many points as we can get right now, and train our fishing quite well. Already got a level. And now, all we need to do is hit 28% on it and we're done. If we fail to hit 28%, we have ruined this entire encounter and instantly lose. So, please hit. Okay, one more. We should be good. And there we go. First Temperos down. 9 permits in the bank. But the fishing net and all the other loot gets dropped on the floor as soon as we are done. But we get to keep these very unique chests. These things are very cool, and they would have been really good earlier in the account. But the main thing that we're looking for from them right now are emerald rings, because they drop a lot of them. They do also drop pretty much every other piece of jewelry, loads of rune armor, and gems and bars, and all of these would be really, really good for us. Emerald bracelets and uncut red topaz. Unfortunate, but we do get to keep them. Now it's time to just, you know, do like another 50 Temperos at 10 minutes each. Oh boy. 45. 50. I've just hit 53, and honestly, I really just want to get to Perilous Moons. So I think we're going to get one more level, so the fish heal 18, and then I'm just going to run straight back there because I want some of those items. Well, we're not quite 54 yet, but we are close enough. So let's go fish up this pool, and it should get us the level, and let's see how many caskets we can get. Wish me luck. Casket number 1. There's a collection log slot that we cannot use, but yoink. I can't believe we've used 66 and we've only got 1 casket. This is not good. This is actually not good. Oh, there's number 2. And there's 54 fishing. As soon as this is done, we are back on that Perilous Moons grind. And we got a big harpoon fish right at the end. Drop. Unfortunately, like I said, we are going to have to drop all of these. Now, the fish I'm not too bothered about. Sure, it's a lot of fish, but the planks would have been so useful for construction. Either way, we have 5 caskets to open. A little less than expected, but let's see what we get in these chests. Topaz, opal, tooth half of a key. Jade and more opal. Just gems. That sucks. But I'm happy. That is 54 fishing achieved. The fish in Perilous Moons heal is 18. Let's go and get these upgrades. And remember, guys, if you want some live updates for this, come tune in at kick.com/Tellacon to see all the progress live. Thanks for watching.